Show and tell.
Show and tell? Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's great.
Wow.
So you guys talk in just face? You're just like, now, like, your like eyebrows are about 3 inches long and like sort of centered, or like what?
Yeah,
what
what
conversation
I found really helpful. Well, I started drawing first, and I think I was having some trouble. But what I found most helpful was Colin. What I found most helpful was Colin was telling me like how to make the movements on the page, like long sweeping movements, or like you know, like exactly telling me how I should draw the particular part. Like that would help the most, I think, for me.
Chris, what does your group look like?
Oh yeah, we have like a lot of metaphors.
Yeah.
This is me.
Wow.
This is supposed to be the Capricorn symbol.
Because he turned out looking like a merman.
Yeah. It was
You have laser
very,
on you
like,
as Capricorn.
I can see
have-
into
I
time,
have
into the
daggers.
future.
You can see it.
Yeah. You focused a
Daggers?
lot on, and then she's like imagining
Oh, wow.
a unicorn doing the limbo.
Amazing.
Oh, so we. Oh, and this is no frizz.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so we tried to draw like personality traits that were expressed in facial expression. So yeah, kind of somehow
It was like you have
figuratively.
5 planes on your face. Like there, 5. I was like, okay. I've never heard of this.
So that's why you turned out looking so square.
Robotic.
But
I should have a skinnier neck.
oh, and this is looking at like a great open future with a kind of optimism, but it's a controlled optimism. And his posture is also relaxed, but a controlled kind of relaxation. So that's why he's all swervy.
Yeah.
Is it a tail or what?
No, that's
It's like my
just-
foot. That could be a tail.
Oh, okay. It's hard to see.
Oh, the foot, yeah. I'm dancing. It's good. Move on to the next week.
Yeah. What you got?
We avoided talking directly about actual visual traits, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we went straight from like, you're sitting there to like, you're thinking about this.
Oh, wow.
So like, I guess that's why like both of
Can we
ours,
see it?
we kind of like started like,
Amazing.
you stick out your wrist when you write, and your legs crossed to like, you're thinking about your girlfriend, and like, care about details, and like, same thing over here. It's just like, you're wearing glasses, so like, I should be writing right now, and we have a mutual friend that we're both thinking about it. So that kind of, yeah, I don't know.
I started talking about me being.
Oh yeah.
involved in it,
He kind of
so
like got
I-
into the picture. It's like,
I was
I'm
projecting
here.
myself into the
Oh
exercise.
my
God.
God. Next to
Wow,
you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Yeah, and I'm drawing myself, of course. So there's a picture of the drawing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So meta.
So
Very creative. So sure. Oh my God. Yeah. Cool. Huh. I had so much
See,
work
we got
with this.
I'm myself, but no one's
You beat
Wow.
They also were equally unfinished.
so
Yeah, and like.
Oh, but they did
You look like a duck.
I do. I know. I lips.
But the hair is spot on. That's
weird. Yeah.
look at that dude.
We were talking about how it's like it's so you say like your hair is like off to the side, but then you like because you're drawing yourself just like I'm gonna fill in the other 90% that I know about my hair. So it's like natural to do that. It's interesting.
I had no idea how to draw like adjectives whatsoever, so I just wrote them down. And that was really frustrating.
Yeah, we try to articulate voice a little bit, but that's challenging.
This is a little squiggly
A
line.
little squiggly line, plateauing.
Can I see yours?
Wow.
I mean, this is really interesting. So we made sort of
Oh my God.
That's me. mean, there were so many like inferences being made, and like a lot of just like
Oh my God! Wait.
Yes.
It was a little intense over here.
About your experience of drawing that.
Okay, so I mean, there was a lot of well, the way that we started was there's an inattentiveness to your appearance, which I mean I found very complimentary. I mean, and so I was like, I started with a TV as my head, and I guess like there was lots of like little details, like you might have had pierced ears before, but like we never really talked about like overall. And then towards the end, it was like you're sometimes sort of a long face. So like at the end, I started to like make a face. Yeah, like lots of very complimentary things too about like confidence and like a good sense of self. And I think those are such curious things to like hear, and then to like deal with visually on the spot is like it's very hard.
This is me. I was, I used a lot of words as I want to do being a writer, and I was really more amazed than anything at how accurate Cassie, or how much information Cassie was able to deduce from just looking at me. Most notably, that I'm a meat eater, that I have a limited wardrobe palette, and that I'm a middle child, and that my beard can get out of control, but I keep it in control, and then I wear a lot of collars. So this was...
Oh, collars.
Collars. Two at once sometimes.
This was very basic to me. Even that I work with my hands, but maybe haven't. It was like getting a psychic reading. I work with my hands, but maybe haven't in a while.
From the face? You knew about his hands?
Huh?
Was it supposed to be
No, I
his
looked at his
face?
hands too.
Oh, we could do
I
hands.
didn't know that. I didn't,
Good,
I
good.
have a hard
From
time
the
seeing
look in his
direction.
eyes, she knew he was a man who worked with his hands in the past.
But not for some time. I would say that.
I think we may kind of have failed kind of, because we got not very far at all.
Very
But
accurate.
I actually treated it. We only got half my eyes done, but I treated it kind of as though like that I didn't even know, like that it wasn't like, oh, and now what does the nose look like? It was just like draw 2 lines.
Yeah, we
to-
try not to say no.
The
or
only
anything.
facial
wow.
feature that we mentioned was at one point she goes, I'm just gonna say it, draw some teeth. But other than that, it was like the most useful thing was where like she said like draw first it was like draw the top of a lemon, and then that changed to no the top of a football. And then for the bottom part it was like draw the football but like squish it a little bit. And the bottom of my nose was like the bottom of a boat if the boat is facing you.
Oh my
And
god.
it was like all stuff like that, and actually I found that those were the most successful ones because like there were certain ones where like there was a certain point where I was looking, I was like, this looks like me, and then there was like I think my nose ended up being, but the point is that that like when we stuck straight to when I didn't know what I was drawing, we stuck straight to like draw a line that's shaped kind of like a curve facing downward. Then the glasses end up being kind of really good because it was like draw 2 rectangles. They're slightly curved at the edges and slightly facing upwards. And so it was like that stuff actually I thought was the stuff that worked the best.
The
So-
angles of the ears even. It's like everything.
That was, she
is
said,
like,
draw half a heart.
Oh my god.
So,
So good.
But ours is very literal. I don't know. It's nice to read into people. We didn't do that at all.
but I thought that was the whole point of, do you guys know one another?
No.
Oh wow, that's amazing that you would be able to
It's a
tell all
little
that
bit
from me.
scary. Magical.
Wow. It's so interesting how like different conversations occur. I mean, it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like for me more interesting what happens when like it's not trying to draw something accurately, you know?
Yeah.